Welcome back tonight. To the top tonight, the two Australian radio DJs behind that prank call to a London hospital where Kate Middleton was being treated for morning sickness, well, they're speaking out. The pair, Mel Gregg and Michael Christian, apologized on national television in Australia. The nurse who took the call was found dead Friday, an apparent suicide, although they haven't confirmed cause of death yet. Then they've been subjected to death threats. The radio show has been canceled. Right now, the police are treating the nurse's death as unexplained. Post-mortem is expected to shed some more light on it. We're joined today by Ted Long of 93Q, Ted and Amy show in the morning. And Ted, thanks for coming in today.
Sure,
and joining us to chat about this a little bit. First, what was your reaction when you heard the outcome of this prank?
Well, it's obviously tragic. I really don't know if the DJs responsible should be quite as vilified as they're being, but you know, if they aired this phone prank without her permission, and it pushed her over the edge, if she had other issues in her life, you know, yeah, I feel bad for him.
Talk to us, Ted, a little bit about prank calls. This is something that you all used to do on your radio show a while ago, and you don't anymore. Why is that?
Well, we used to do them every Thursday. A few years ago, the FCC came out with a ruling that you cannot call someone and record them for broadcast purposes without their prior consent. And it's between a $10,000 and $20,000 fine per instance. So, you know, there's no broadcast company in America that is going to allow you to incur that kind of cost.
Do you think that your radio show has suffered because you haven't been able to do pranks? Are pranks, you know, something that kind of is part of any good radio show, or not necessarily?
Well, it's a good way to get people to tune in. I mean, obviously the goal is to get as many people as you can listening in the morning, and it's kind of a broad-based kind of a humor thing. There are other things you can do. Obviously, we've hopefully grown beyond that. But they used to be a lot of fun. But when we did them, as these probably two Australian DJs, the last thing you want to do is humiliate someone or, you know.
Sure. Yeah, we have a little bit of the interview that they did with Australian Current Affair. Let's listen to that for a second here.
Unfortunately, I remember that moment very well because I haven't stopped thinking about it since it happened. And I remember my first question was she a mother? Nothing that can make me feel worse than what I feel right now and for what I feel for the family. We are so sorry that this has happened to them. If we played any involvement in her death, then we're very sorry for that.
These two heartbroken radio hosts going on national television in Australia today. I mean, you can feel their pain. They feel terrible about this.
It's pretty stunning, too, that back to before we know the outcome, that they got through.
Well, that's the thing.
I mean, that's
I
don't
think they expected to get
Didn't you always expect a wall would come up some point?
Oh, absolutely. And I think the part of the joke was the fact that they had these horrible accents, and there was no way anyone was going to believe that they were, you know, the Queen of England and Prince Charles calling. It's very tragic that, you know, what happened, but you know, it's a sad thing.
People are upset. They're on our Facebook page. Let me see if I can get the comments up here, too, about this here.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, Matt, because people are really on both sides of the aisle. You know, one viewer here, Rebecca, saying tonight, I'm shocked about the amount of people who think that they should be held accountable, referring to those hosts. Seriously, maybe the phone operator that put them through should be held accountable. And then just a short time ago, we got an email from a woman named Linda who said, I truly believe the DJs should be let go. The company should be sued. I'm not for, well, the woman believed them that she was doing their best. They must pay. So this woman is particularly angry.
Yeah, and in our business and in your end of it especially, I'm sure you've had people that have been upset before about something you've done, but not to this degree.
Right, and again, that's the last intention you have is to upset someone. Obviously, this woman had probably other issues. No one really knows for sure why she committed suicide. If this is a contributing factor, and if they, you know, didn't get her permission to air it, maybe they do bear some responsibility. I know they've lost their jobs, and who knows what other consequences there may be.
Yeah, remarkable fallout. Ted Long, thanks for coming in.
Sure.
We'll keep listeing to you in the morning. Always enjoy you and Amy on
Ted.
Ted and Amy 93Q. Still more to come on.